Hi friends, this is Sai Diksha Varshni, roll number 20 BQ1A4750 from CIC section. Today I am going to say about quantum mechanics. The topics in the quantum mechanics are de Broglie's wave equation, matter waves, Davison and Germer diffraction experiment, G.P. Thomson experiment, Schrödinger wave equation. Now, coming to quantum mechanics is the study of process which occur at the atomic scale. The word quantum is derived from the Latin to mean bundle. Therefore, we are studying the motion of objects that come in small bundles called quanta. These tiny bundles that we are referring to are electrons traveling around the nucleus. De Broglie's wave equation. The de Broglie wavelength of an particle indicates the length scale at which wave-like properties are important for the particle. De Broglie wavelength is usually represented by the symbol L A symbol lambda. The de Broglie equation is an equation used to describe the wave properties of matter, specifically the wave nature of the electron. Lambda equals to h by p, that equals to h by mu. Matter waves. A wave associated with the motion of a material particle is known as a matter wave. The matter wave are generated by both microscopic and microscopic bodies. However, the wavelengths of matter waves associated with the macroscopic bodies are so small that they cannot be detected by any instrument. According to de Broglie, a wave is associated with each moving particle, which is called matter waves. Characteristics of matter waves. Lighter the particle, greater is the de Broglie wavelength. The faster the particle moves, the smaller is the de Broglie wavelength. The de Broglie wavelength of a particle independent of the charge of or nature of the particle. The matter waves are not electromagnetic in nature. The electromagnetic waves are produced only by charged particle. At the same time, there are some experimental evidences which prove the electron has a wave nature as well. That is, a wave is associated with the electron during its motion. The following are some experiments which support the wave nature of electrons. Davison and Germer diffraction experiment, J.P. Thomson experiment. Davison and German diffraction experiment. The first experimental evidence of matter wave was given by two American physicists, Davison and Germer, in 1927. The Faraday cylinder was moved on the circular scale and for a given accelerating voltage V. The scattering curve showed a peak in a particular direction. Here we can see the experiment diagram. Now we're coming to according to the de Broglie electron wave, lambda equals to 12.26 by square root of 54 equals to, that is lambda equals to 1.67 Armstrongs. The corresponding Bragg's angle is theta equals to 65 degrees. Using the Bragg's formula 2d sin theta equals to n lambda, you can derive the equation. Here n equals to 1. By substituting the equation, lambda equals to 1.65 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meters, that equals to 1.65 Armstrongs. G.P. Thomson experiment. G.P. Thomson performed experiments with electrons accelerated from 10,000 to 50,000 volts. In his experiments, the observed diffraction patterns exactly similar to X-ray patterns. After developing the plate, a symmetrically pattern consisting of concentric rings about a central spot is obtained. This pattern is similar as produced by X-rays. In order to make sure that this pattern is due to the electrons and not due to the X-rays. For this, he applied a magnetic field on the path of electron beam in the uh, discharge tube. A shift in the electron beam direction has been observed with the applied magnetic field. It shows that the pattern is produced by electrons and not by X-rays. The observed rings can be interpreted only by considering the diffraction pattern of the electron beam, which is due to the gold or aluminum foil. As the direction pattern can only be produced by waves and not by the particles, Thomson concluded that the electrons behave like waves. Conclusion is Thomas calculated the wavelength associated with the electrons with the help of diffraction rings. The calculated wavelengths obtained by diffraction pattern agree well with the wavelengths obtained by de Broglie relation. The associated wavelength depends only on the accelerating wave voltage and is independent of the material of the target, that is gold or aluminium. Thomas' experiment clearly demonstrated the existence of matter waves because the diffraction pattern can be produced by the waves. Schrödinger wave equation. Schrödinger describes how the quantum state of a physical system changes with time in terms of partial differential equations. This equation is known as the Schrödinger wave equation. In quantum mechanics, the analog of Newton's law of motion is Schrodinger's equation for a quantum system. It is not simple algebraic equation, but in general, a linear partial differential equation describes the time evolution of the systems. That is wave function. So the Schrodinger wave equation is an equation which expresses in the form of wave function of matter waves in different physical conditions. You can see the Schrodinger time dependent wave equation. The total energy is the sum of the kinetic energy and the potential energy. So total energy of the particle is E equals to Ke plus potential energy. That equals to, we know that the kinetic energy equals to half mv square. From that, E equals to half mv square plus V. So that we can derive the equation, that is E equals to P square by 2m plus V. On multiplying both sides by psi, we can derive the equation, and finally on putting the values of E psi and P psi, we can get the equation in three-dimensional form. Above equation can be written as IH phi by delta equals to minus h square by 2m, so that we can derive this equation. While coming to Schrodinger time independent wave equation, Schrodinger's time independent equation describes the standing wave. Sometimes the potential energy of the particle does not depend upon time, and the potential energy is only function of position. In such cases, the behavior of the particle is expressed in terms of Schrodinger's time independent wave equation. Same, E equals to K plus P. We can derive this equation. Finally, we get E equals to P square by 2m plus V. On multiplying psi on both sides, we can get the equation. Finally, on putting the values of P psi from equation 1 to, we can get differential equation. This is the time independent Schrodinger equation for one-dimensional motion of particle. For three-dimensional motion, we can see the equation 14. Thank you.